Okay, hi and assalamualaikum and happy Tuesday buat anda semua and welcome to our Q&A Santai Kurus Talk bersama dengan saya Kevin Zahri as always on Tuesdays untuk bincangkan really anything and everything. I always look forward to these sessions because kita dapat berinteraksi walaupun taklah face to face, but kita dapat berinteraksi bersama to help you menjawab or bincangkan whatever kemusykilan yang anda mungkin ada tentang how to get started, pemakanan, senaman, and soalan-soalan kehidupan mungkin. So if it's your first time joining us, yeah, welcome to the show. And if it is your kali yang keberapa sudah, kurus ke belum? But yeah, always appreciate the regulars who are supporting this live session bersama dengan saya. And again, how this works is very simple. All you have to do is gunakan ruangan komen di bawah, whether you are on Facebook or YouTube, and just type your question down below. It can be a question about really anything and everything. It can be soalan pemakanan, soalan senaman, soalan tentang produk, manalah tahu ya, soalan isu semasa, ya, why not? Kita boleh bincangkan really anything and everything. You know, we have our name of our program is called, let me show you, let me get the logo up. Logo tak ada pula. Yeah, we have our logo or our slogan program is called Bukan Soal Kurus, because as much as you perhaps ingin kurangkan berat badan, a lot of the halangan and obstacles and cabaran is not always about just pemakanan and senaman. It really sangkut paut dengan begitu banyak perkara kehidupan, and it all sangkut paut, ya, our happiness, kecergasan, kekeluargaan, kewangan, as I always say, and it's our responsibility seboleh-bolehnya to cuba mengawalnya sebaik mungkin, and it's not going to be perfect. And kurus kau is not sempurna, pemakanan is not sempurna, and this perjuangan of kehidupan tak semestinya sempurna, and even this live session is not sempurna, but we live in a world where everyone is trying to mengejar kesempurnaan, and it gives false expectation kepada orang ramai, and then it creates a lot of stress buat diri anda untuk cuba create this perfect picture, but it's actually not that simple. Yeah, today, just quick updates about me, yeah, while we wait for questions to come on. Yeah, again, if you're just joining me, ask your question that you have. If you have sebarang pertanyaan, anything and everything, there's no topic of the books. I don't know what to say, but even if you have maybe a personal question to me, you want to know something about myself, pun boleh juga. There is no right way or wrong question. There's no right or wrong question. It is really all about sharing and learning together. Yeah, what's new with me over the last week? Nothing much. Yeah, we launched very successfully our cabaran 30 hari for July and August. So I am assuming ramai peserta pada malam ini juga merupakan peserta from our cabaran 30 hari yang dah pun bermula minggu lepas. So how? Macam mana guys? Kurus ke belum? Don't worry. Yeah, it will take time. And when people join this cabaran 30 hari, biasanya so semangat and they expect a little, perhaps more than they should, but it's really about creating momentum yang seboleh-bolehnya slow and steady, that you boleh kekalkan untuk 30 hari dan selama-lamanya. It is not really like a crash course boot camp. It can be, but most of you don't have the time because commitment kerja, commitment kehidupan. So we try and make the program as fun as possible, as challenging as possible, but to give you the ruang untuk menggerakkan diri and bergerak bersama as a community yang sangat besar. Yeah, so if you want to join, registrations are closed. Not going to talk about it much now, but we have our next program coming up in September. Lama sikit, kena tunggu. Which is the Bukan Soal Kurus musim yang kelima, which will run parallel with our Bukan Soal Kurus Sekolah program, and also with our Jum Kurus musim 15 sudah. Yeah, amazing. And again, Jum Kurus is our physical program, and the Bukan Soal Kurus is our virtual program. So it's going to be the first time that we will run both parallel to each other, and you can decide sama ada nak join just the virtual one sahaja, or you want to join the physical one as well. If you join the physical one, dia akan basically automatically enroll you in the virtual one, so you get 2 in 1 pada masa yang sama. Yeah, well, this new with me. Yeah, I burnt my fingers. Yeah, if you can see, yeah, burnt my fingers at the oven. I was nak keluarkan ayam yang baru dipanggang itu, agak gelojo sikit, and I didn't watch my fingers at the top, and I just for a split second touched the heating coil tu. Sekelip mata aja, but it really burnt it deep. Yeah, even the jari yang tengah tu cepat dia punya burn. Yeah, so that was the news. I also hurt my knee, over the weekend. Overtraining, kurang berehat from the tennis and workouts and lawatan sekolah and jogging. It was just a little bit too much, I think, over the last few weeks. So yeah, I got a little bit of a jumper's knee. Sounds very serious, but actually it's just a small strain at my patella tendon, which connects the patella and the tibia, but nothing major. It just needs a little bit of vigilant on my side to rehatkan diri sekejap, but should be all good within a few days, as long as I am disciplined to sort of lay off the knee sekejap. Yeah, all right, so enough from me. Let's see what questions that we have for today. So again, welcome to our live chat. I will try and answer as many questions as I can, seringkas possible. Try and keep your questions as specific as possible juga, so that the questions and the replies can be cepat and very related to your question. But don't worry, tak ada hukuman kalau soalan anda is not specific. Don't worry. And if you haven't done so yet, please share this live session dengan kawan-kawan yang mungkin nak menyertainya bersama. All right. Let's go. All right, let's see what we have here. Daripada NJ, soalan panjangnya kau. NJ, I posted the video about how to walk up the stairs just now. So check it out. Yeah, NJ is one of our peserta in our program. And one of our challenges for this month was to climb up, I think, 10 flights of stairs. So we have also a section where people share the videos of how they actually do it. So in her case, the technique menaik tangga tu was kurang berkualiti. Yeah, sorry. But the job is then bersama to them menunjukkan how to do it. So I posted a video today, which I also shared on Instagram and TikTok, Facebook. I will do it later, just to basically give a quick demonstration on how to menaik tangga. It sounds very remeh-temeh because you do it every day, berulang-ulang kali. But if you do it wrong, berulang-ulang kali, every single day, the strain and stresses will start to compound and will lead to masalah yang lebih besar. So it's better to sort of, tepuk dada and realize, okay, hi, I'm not doing it the way it should. I need to try and self-check, and supaya mengurangkan, in this case, beban pada your bahagian bawah belakang or your lower back. It's the same thing when I duduk masjid and dengar khutbah Jumaat ke apa, or solat, or menunggu semaya, ramai orang duduk macam very membongkok kan, which it's macam kedudukan yang perhaps lebih santai, but it puts a lot more stress on your spine and your lower back. So even I have to always macam, okay, let's mendadakan diri and tegakkan badan. It does require a little bit of reminder and self-check, and it's re-self-check again and again. But lama-kelamaan, semoga ia menjadi tabiat yang lebih baik buat tulang belakang masing-masing. Okay, to your question, NJ. Salam. Thanks to months of BSK, now I can run 5 km dalam 1 hour. Yeah, really good. Dulunya berjam-jam. You said of BSK, otot paha yang dirangsang hasil running, cycling will make the paha membesar kalau tak jaga pemakanan. I have been running and cycling dari paha, and J-Lo makin mengecil. What am I doing right? Thanks. Yeah. So, question NJ, I'm closing the question because cannot see me. Yeah, just over here. So I will just close it so that you can see me. Now, when you melakukan senaman, bebanan, especially squats and lunges yang melibatkan lower body, the idea is to menguatkan otot yang terlibat sama. Now, when it comes to running and cycling, it's not quite the same because running and cycling is senaman yang berbentuk cardiovascular. It's not berbentuk bebanan or anaerobic where you really load the muscle with a lot of weight. So in your case, the body actually is doing a little bit less because you kurangkan berat badan sudah. So in terms of the senaman of running and cycling, will not really help you if you want to, will not really berperanan to help you to membesarkan the peha or the otot peha. If you want to work on the otot punya peha, your glute and shape, then you should lebih fokus kepada senaman yang melibatkan anaerobic rintangan resistance training like squats, lunges, sumo squats, lower body workouts that really help to push the muscle. Because when you start running, lama-kelamaan, your muscle will only adjust itself to that one senaman. Even if you run a bit faster, it's not really perangsang senaman yang going to improve the overall shape of your peha. It's more soal tingkatkan your keupayaan kecergasan. So NJ, long story short, if you are looking for cardiovascular fitness, yeah, the running is great. But if you are looking to sort of membesarkan, membentuk otot peha punggung dengan shape yang mungkin lebih mantap, manalah tahu, then when you berbicycle, for example, gunalah gear yang lebih tinggi. Or when you run, for example, don't focus so much on the speed, but perhaps the terrain, yeah, try and go uphill ke, downhill ke apa. So it depends on what is the objectivity, whether you nak focus kepada the cardiovascular endurance, which is more of jantung, or you want to work on the anaerobic exercise on the muscle part, yeah. So nothing wrong with one or the other, it's just objectivity yang berbeza-beza. Yeah, but so happy that you can run 5 km now in 1 hour. And then our challenge, 30 hari, our cabaran selain daripada, we have 30 cabaran. One of them is the 10 flights of stairs. One of them is to run 5 kilometers in 40 minutes, which is also something that's quite challenging, not very mustahil. Most runners, when they run 10K runs, they try and do it in 1 hour or less at a pace of 10 km per hour or so. But 40 minutes, 5 km, I think it's just about 7.5 kilometers per hour, which is not too bad. All right, let's go. Yeah, we have here Azma. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Dah kurus. Tapi saya sedih. So lutut dah tak kuat macam dulu. After kena COVID, selain stamina down, my knee also gives me trouble. You know, the one question that ramai orang always ask me when I post videos on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook is, Cik Kevin, tolong tunjukkan senaman untuk mereka yang sakit sendi lutut. I cannot show you an exercise for sakit lutut because if there is something structurally wrong with your lutut, your tendon ke, ligament ke, lubrication ke, wallahu alam, you cannot fight through the pain dengan senaman. The only advice I can give you is to rujuk kepada doktor, physiotherapist, to dapatkan some kind of diagnosis of what is wrong with your lutut, supaya then you boleh cari jalan penyelesaian. Even if it includes pembedahan, nak buat macam mana, but if you fight through the pain dengan buat senaman that you are not supposed to do, kebarangkalian besar you will make it lagi worse. So again, tepuk dada, yeah, if you have any injury mana-mana bahagian, go to the doctor, check it out dulu, see what you can and cannot do, ask him or her berapa lama perlu berehat, supaya then you boleh melakar a plan of recovery. Does not mean you can just serah diri and tak bersenam langsung. It just means that you have to focus kepada senaman yang tak melibatkan your lutut. You can berenang, you can do upper body workouts, you can do any workout yang tidak melibatkan your knee supaya you aid the recovery. Yeah, and then jangan terpedaya dengan produk-produk yang janji mengurangkan, menghilangkan sakit lutut, sakit sendi. There's no such thing. If there's something wrong with your joints, no matter what ubat you makan, it's not going to fix a teared tendon or torn ligament. It can only maybe membantu lubrication, like glucosamine or monochondroitin, but it cannot fix what is structurally broken. That needs proper physiotherapy, pembedahan if need be. It's not semudah just sapu, lotion or makan ubat maka terselesai that problem. Beres? Beres. Now, when it comes to asthma, if you are losing weight, Asma, number one, you will lose otot juga. You cannot just lose lemak semata-mata. So when you kurangkan berat badan tanpa bersenam, you lose even more otot pada masa yang sama, which will include the kekuatan of your muscles and your joints, and mungkin mengakibatkan, in your case, the sakit or kelemahan lutut yang ada. So what I would advise Azma, what I would advise orang ramai yang ingin kurangkan berat badan sekalipun or kekalkan, always melibatkan senaman rintangan, resistance, senaman bebanan ke apa, to kuatkan the strength of your joints, including your knees. Because when you do leg extensions or squats, it's not just your otot yang bekerja, it's also the joints yang dikuatkan pada masa yang sama, and it really helps you to mengekalkan kekuatan struktur sendi, and helps you to mengurangkan kebarangkalian cedera, because everything is a lot stronger to resist torsional stresses dan sebagainya. Now, when it comes to COVID, I'm very, very sad that you have experienced COVID. And if you berdepan dengan long COVID or kesan sampingan yang masih berpanjangan, where the stamina is down and all, my advice is, if you can, you have to fight back. And fighting back means you have to cuba untuk melawan keadaan sikit dengan aktifkan diri seboleh-bolehnya. This is already post-recovery of the demam dan sebagainya. Because if you just serah diri kepada keadaan, then your entire immune system and your body will just not be able to cope, and will serah diri kepada, in this case, long COVID. So my advice to you, Azma, is number one, if you're not sure, go to the doctor again. Check whether you can bersenam or not, whether you are at a stage of recovery where it dibenarkan. Once yes, you have to cuba untuk cayokkan diri sikit, to do senaman that you enjoy dan boleh lakukan dengan agak mudah, to just give your body a bit of a push factor to bangkitkan diri semula. And I really do hope that you will berjaya mengatasi COVID and your knee as well. But you have to know what is wrong in order for there to be a solution to the problem. Jangan serah diri. Wishing you all the best. Waalaikumsalam Wan Nurlina. Waalaikumsalam Farhana Hasbullah. Alright, let's see. Daripada Sabasia Hussein, Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Bila kita makin tua, kenapa berat makin susah nak turun walaupun adalah sikit-sikit bersenam? Now usia dah 52 tahun. Now, I posted about this semalam, saya rasa, which is soal metabolisme di hari yang tua. As we get older, Sabasia, metabolisme badan kita makin mengurang, which means jumlah pembakaran kalori seharian pun makin mengurang, and sukar untuk kurangkan berat badan macam usia yang muda dulu, because our pembakaran kalori seharian makin mengurang and kita makan agak-agak jumlah yang sama. So the deficit yang boleh diwujudkan, kalau dulunya mudah je bakar 2,005, makanlah 1,005, ada deficit 1,000. Sekarang mungkin pembakaran hanya 2,000, faktor usia, and makan juga 1,005 ke apa, deficit tu tetap ada 500, but separuh daripada dulunya. So does not mean when you get older tak boleh kurangkan berat badan, but because of faktor usia, metabolisme yang mengurang sikit, weight loss tu akan lebih perlahan. So again, perlu tepuk dada, and jangan bandingkan dengan orang-orang yang muda-muda perhaps, and berikan diri masa yang lebih lama untuk perhaps menjayakannya. Mungkin perlu lebih disiplin sikit. Also perlu waspada bahawa yes, di usia yang tua, pembakaran kalori mengurang, maka tak boleh makan jumlah yang sama banyaknya macam usia yang 2-30-an dulunya. it's the same thing for me. Dulunya, if I want to lose a kilo ke two, all I have to do is run a little bit here and there, and then voila, selesai sudah. Now it's not so easy anymore. I am not 50 yet. I'm 44 this year. But yes, I rasa juga it's a bit slower, which makes me a bit more prihatin, makes me a bit more committed, makes me a bit more wajar tentang pilihan pemakanan dan gaya hidup. So again, jangan serah diri kepada proses penuaan. You have to mengawal keadaan, memahami keadaan supaya boleh mengawal hala tuju and manage expectation diri. And pada masa yang sama juga, as I mentioned yesterday, you kena melawan proses penuaan dengan senaman bebanan sikit. Because metabolisme mengurang hasil satu-satunya sebab daripada kehilangan otot. As we get older, we lose a little bit of muscle mass. And once we lose lebih otot, hilang kekuatan, we will also kehilangan pembakaran kalori seharian yang semula jadi sikit. So it's important, sahabat di usia yang lebih tua, lagi penting untuk aktifkan diri, untuk not menambah otot, but it is more untuk keep what you have or mengurangkan kehilangan otot semasa proses penuaan. Yeah, wishing you all the best along your journey. Semoga ya alam penuaan menjadi pengalaman yang menggembirakan. And for me, as I get older, I don't look at myself at 70 years old na sado gagah perkasa. If I close my eyes and I imagine my life at 70, I imagine my life with my family and my cucu ke apa, but I imagine an active lifestyle. I imagine I walk a lot, I travel with them, I can bring them here, bring them there. I will still want to be energetic. I want to enjoy quality kehidupan. So my work starts now to take care of, keadaan diri, posture badan, tulang belakang, sendi, supaya as I get older, I can enjoy the quality of my life as I bayangkan. But in order to get there, we have to melakarnya daripada usia yang muda supaya kita tak take things for granted, because time moves on very, very quickly, a lot quicker than we kadang-kadang would like to. All right, let's see. La 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 daripada Farhana. Is it good to reset your body with fasting? Yes, it is good to reset. It is really more good to shock your body. Kadang-kadang makanan yang sama, senaman yang sama doesn't really shock your body untuk ada perubahan, especially hormonal, insulin, water retention, and also berpuasa, whether you do the Ramadan or sunat or intermittent fasting, is really great to just shake things up sekejap, but you have to memahami bahawa amalan puasa or intermittent fasting is not something that you can do hari ke hari 365 hari setahun. It'll be something that you shock your body with once in a while, but the keperluan yang lebih besar is kebolehan Farhana to makan makanan seharian and still kawal berat badan, but then shock the body kadang-kadang dengan diet-diet yang agak luar biasa sikit, just to sort of maybe break through plateaus, buang air sikit, shock the insulin, shock the hormones. Yeah, really good to shock things once in a while. Same thing juga dengan senaman, always same senaman. Your body won't have any reason to adapt anymore. So it's always good to mempelbagaikannya dari masa ke semasa. You're welcome. Hi. Waalaikumsalam. La 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 la. Iza. Coach, saya nak tanya, people always say istiqomah dalam exercise. So what if someone exercise every day? Mila tu. Now, istiqomah, as far as I understand, means usaha. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I always assumed, and perhaps I never really asked, when people say niat, okay, niat is tanam niat. Istiqomah tu, from my perspective, and please tell me in the comment if my understanding is not correct. Yeah, we can learn bersama. I always thought the istiqomah ni soal, pelaksanaan of the niat yang kita ingin usahakan itu. So what if someone exercises every day? Now, istiqomah aside, senaman every day is not something I would recommend, no matter what people say. And you will have seruan KKM, seruan United Nations, seruan WHO. They will say bersenamlah setiap hari 30 minit. People say macam-macam. Don't follow anything anyone says. Now, in my book, I would not recommend you to bersenam every single day because senaman is stress physical badan. And if every day, 7 hari seminggu, 30 hari sebulan, it will compound your stress physical and will meningkatkan kebarangkalian kecederaan. Jangan memperkecilkan kepentingan berehat dalam istilah senaman. So my advice, and don't follow anything I say, is perhaps maksima bersenam 5-6 kali seminggu. Give at least, kalau boleh, 1 ataupun 2 hari seminggu to berehat. Now, if you do brisk walking ke apa, I think that's not really high intensity exercise. But if you're like me, you go to the gym, play tennis, do high intensity workouts, I need to set aside 2 hari seminggu paling kurang to allow the wear and tear to recover. Otherwise, the wear and tear tanpa berehat will compound sehinggalah menjadi masalah yang lebih besar, like kecederaan yang tak diharapkan. Yeah, so again, tepuk dada and definasikan what is batasan senaman diri anda yang tersendiri if you bersenam every day. And I know you, Iza, when you bersenam, what I imagine you do is more of the walking and the steps, because you do steps per day, like, I don't know, 2-30 ribu langkah sehari, and Iza is in our cabaran 30 hari, we have a step challenge, and Iza is always the top 2, top 1, top 3, makes us all look really bad. She walks like 20,000 steps per day. And if you walk, which is not a high intensity exercise, there's still wear and tear on your knee and on your joints because it's repetition of the pergerakan yang sama berulang-ulang kali, just like how I am doing this again and again and again and again. So it's the same muscle yang terlibat sama dengan the wear and tear. I would still recommend you to sort of mix things up a little bit here and there, so that the otot yang terlibat sama itu dapat rehat yang sewajarnya. Let me check if someone told me what is istiqamah. Did somebody say here istiqamah does not mean every day? It is berterusan, lebih baik Istiqamah means berterusan, even once a week, do it weekly. So istiqamah in that sense means berterusan. But yeah, I agree with I agree means I'm taking what she says and it makes sense to me. Istiqamah for Linda means berterusan, even if it's once a week, do weekly also. So it's not soal every day. Istiqamah is soal berterusan, berkekalan, but tak semestinya in this example setiap hari. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, we all learned something new juga, kan? Nobody knows everything. Even I don't know everything. If you ask me about khasiat buah A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I don't know. I don't hafal. I'm not a encyclopedia of khasiat kebaikan, all the fruits in the world. I try to know as much as I can, but untuk penggunaan diri sendiri. But it's always something to learn, and there's no need to berasa malu. Today I had a seminar with Kementerian di Putrajaya, and I told them at the end of the day, jangan rasa malu if you don't know the things that we are talking about today, because we are here untuk belajar bersama. Kalau dah tahu segala-galanya, tak payah datang. But we don't know everything there is to know, and it's always nice to sort of be humble about it and learn from each other bersama. All right, let's see. Okay, again, I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. You know, I always say that, right? Let's see. Okay, daripada Adrian Tua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya dah 14 bulan turunkan berat badan daripada 98 ke 79. Ya, tepukan untuk beliau. Very, very, very good job. Yeah, that is about, almost 20 kilo dalam setahun lebih. Very realistic. So you're listening to this and you think about it again. 20 kilo in about a year. That's about just 1-2 kilo sebulan je. Don't use the word je. A lot of our peserta like to use the word je untuk memperkecilkan pencapaian masing-masing. Be proud of your accomplishment, no matter how big or small it may be, because you work for it. But using the word je always sort of macam memperkecilkan your effort yang sebenarnya sangat-sangat amazing. Yeah, so congrats to Adrian for losing 19 kilos in 14 months. Objektif pertama adalah nak sihat. Ya, objektif masing-masing is suka hati kau. Ya, there is no one objective yang terbaik. The best objective is what makes you motivated and istiqomah sekarang, and that objective will change demi masa, because then you mungkin dah dapat apa yang you harapkan, then you have to redefine your goals again and again and again and again. Ya, and then bentuk badan cantik adalah bonus bagi saya. So now, for him perhaps, Adrian, now that you are 79, you dah rasa macam kesihatan tu is seperti mana yang mungkin diperlukan. But then, the interesting thing about this journey, now you can take it wherever you want it to go. Yeah, whether you want to build more on fitness or bentuk badan, or you want to do a marathon or a triathlon, masuk CrossFit ke apa. That for me is the beauty of kecergasan kesihatan. It's so luas that there's no need to make it so cete, and you can really, explore the dunia kesihatan kecergasan in your own little way. And I janji you, Adrian, no matter where you are today, tomorrow, it will continue to change, because kepentingan kehidupan pun berubah, usia pun berubah, and it will always be objectivity yang kian berubah. Yeah, but again, congrats to you, and thank you for sharing and inspiring everybody here juga untuk perhaps mulakan langkah yang sama. Jasmine, yes, hi. I'm very good today, Jasmine. Yeah, we have another Zoom call shortly at 9:30. Jasmine is one of our moderators / pengurus program di belakang tabir. And yeah, I will see you later. And thank you for asking. I am doing really good. Thank you. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for all the wishes. Yeah, you are welcome for the stairs video. I hope that it was shot very casually on the same day. And yeah, I hope that it makes sense to just try and mendada sedikit instead of leaning forward unnecessarily too much and membungkukkan diri. Okay, soalan daripada Azimah Idrus. Salam. Perlukan nasihat. Running shoes saya cepat haus di bahagian tapak, iaitu tumit sahaja. Adakah ini sebab cara posture berjalan yang bermasalah atau ia normal? Now, could be two things, Azima. Number one, is how you land on the shoe, whether you land more mid-foot or at the back, or some people land more in the front. So the wear and tear of your tapak tells you a lot about how you melangkah. And number dua is perhaps the pronation of your tapak kaki, which is very unique to the individual, sometimes leads to more wear and tear at certain areas because our tapak kaki semuanya is not the same. So what you can do, what I used to do triathlons in the US when I was a young boy. You used to go to a running shop, they would analyze your strides, and they will give you a shoe that sort of complements your stride and your tapak, how it lands. But the shoe is very ugly. I don't believe it. So my advice to you is, post a video on our platform. Azima is also one of our peserta juga. Post a video on how you walk, but give a bit of distance so that we can actually look at how you walk and run, perhaps, so that we can help you to membetulkan your strides and landing position sekiranya ia memerlukan correction. Running, ladies and gentlemen, is a highly underappreciated technique. And all of you, same thing dengan naik tangga tu, have been doing it since you were young. But ramai orang lari dengan teknik yang tak betul, yang agak impact tinggi, agak membazir tenaga, and agak, again, kurang efficient, leads to a lot of wastage of energy. And it's part of in my plan to post a video on teknik larian yang lebih baik. We will get there shortly. All right, Gaia, I love you so much. Yeah, Gaia is one of our peserta from Kurus team Uluklang, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And yeah, somebody very, very close with me and the program dulunya juga as a peserta, always bersemangat untuk menyumbang her energy yang sangat-sangat awesome. I do hope to see you soon, maybe in our upcoming Kurus program yang will start registrations, I think pertengahan August nanti untuk program 6 minggu in September and October this year. Inshallah. Yeah, it's been almost 2 years plus because of COVID. Okay. La 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 la. Okay. Nur Azian. Hi, Coach. Hi. I'm first time joined your 30 days program, and I've been following your IG for months. Since I've joined, I've been really active in order to reach 20,000 steps per day. Soalan saya, macam mana cara terbaik to refuel your body so kita tak jadi penat to continue with the sudden active lifestyle, which is what I am feeling now. Yeah, really, really good question. Now, first and foremost, ASEAN and everyone, nobody is required in our program to do 20,000 steps per day. What we sarankan in our program is 210,000 steps in 30 days, which works out to about 7,000 langkah sehari, even less than the 10,000 langkah sehari seruan WHO. Of course, it's not very easy, Pon. So, if you do 20,000 langkah sehari, in my opinion, that would be perhaps a shock to your system because you go from zero to hero. So my advice is, number one, there's no need to go that quickly up the ladder. Take your time, ASEAN. Take it step by step so that you can A, enjoy the journey. B, you tak burn out. A lot of our peserta, because you're so semangat nak kurus semalam, they do 120% from day one, but they cannot maintain it. So then istiqomah tu, istiqomah tu dah tak dapat because they just burn out so quickly and tak dapat nak mengekalkannya. So my wish for you, ASEAN, is, as I mentioned in the program, take your time. Don't have to rush into it from day number one. I know semangat, but try and take this semangat and spread it out for 30 days and start as small as it needs it to be and slowly find a balance that works for you. If 20,000 steps per day, which you're doing right now, mungkin hasil daripada semangat nak melawan si Iza and all, is too much, then just slow it down. Even if you see me in the charta, and I can look at it right now, I can show you, I don't do 10,000 steps per day. I try to be as active as I can, but the problem is not a problem. It's just that, let me see, my group. Let me open it up. My group. Yep. So I'm gonna find myself. Yep. This is our, if you can see it, yeah, this is our carta kedudukan sekarang, and I am at the ranking number 42. This basically, this is, let me try. Does it focus? Does it? But basically, long story short, I usually do an average of about 6,000-7,000 steps per day. But there are some of you like Suhail, Iza, Safia, and all who in ASEAN juga, I can see here, yeah, who do a lot. Don't have to. It's not a competition. It's a challenge. And it's really a challenge between you and you. And having the charta there is really more to memotivasikan each other untuk mengaktifkan diri. But if you feel 20,000 is too much, then slow it down, even to just 8 or 7 or 9 or 10. Find a balance. But if you just pantang dicabar nak buat 20 every day, do it. But yes, you have to refuel your body with energy. Now, how much do you refuel? If you run 20,000, if you walk 20,000 steps, and let's say it takes you, I don't know, 2 hours and you burn 800 calories or so, you have to replenish tenaga. Janganlah ganti balik 800. But you have to mengganti the bekalan tenaga, refuel the body dengan kalori yang mengandungi tenaga. Air kosong tidak mengandungi tenaga. It's just bendale. You need to have bendale campur energy to allow the body to refuel. So when you're talking about refueling, it's about, yes, liquids because you berpeluh, but also energy which may come from your Gatorade, your 100 plus, your eye manis. Doesn't have to be eye yang fancy, but you have to learn and know how to, as you burn more, you have to mengisi balik more juga so that the body can function. Otherwise, if you burn, tak isi balik because nak kurus semalam kau, then your body will start to shut down and it will tell you it cannot perform like this because there is no energy coming back and your body will start to shut down trying to simpan tenaga and you will feel penat, kurang bermaya and letih. Yeah, so it's not a win-win scenario. So instead, aktifkanlah diri, but refuel balik tenaga as well to allow the body to keep going. Yeah, beres. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. La 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 la. Nazari, what do you think of TRT? Is there natural ways to boost my testosterone? I see a YouTube people get shredded at age 60, 70. Is that natural or on juice? Now, testosterone is something that will decline as we get older, especially 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Testosterone hormones will decline naturally. I would not recommend anyone to go for external testosterone jabs or what you call juice or steroids unless it is done for injury, hormonal treatment, or other things which require steroidal therapy to mengurangkan inflammation dan sebagainya. But I would not recommend any supplements that give you testosterone. But you can take supplementations like ZMA and all. I'm not sure what is TRT, but that basically naturally encourage the production of testosterone. But even then, so if you take the ZMA and all, zinc, magnesium and all, but you still have to mengaktifkan diri, have an active lifestyle, kurangkan stress, be happy, to boost and stabilize your hormones. There's so much talk about hormones and it's sangat-sangat penting. And there's so many hormones to think about, which can be very, very, very confusing and complicated. I also don't know all the hormones, but I focus on the main hormones that are important to me, that I feel are important, like insulin, endorphins, serotonin, and other things as well. So, and cortisol, stress hormones. My goal in life is to be as happy as I can be, so that my hormones are as natural as can be juga. Because once you're stressed, it creates so much chaos in your body, which will create a lot of imbalances just by the virtue of you being stressed. And if you are obese, your body is 24 jam stress dengan keadaan dirinya. You kurang bermaya pun, everything you do is stress juga. So for me, the key is really wasatya. It is a balance of things so that your body can function normally. It's not being optimal, supreme fitness or yang paling busu, but it is really about kesederhanaan. But I would not blindly follow things that you see on YouTube, especially if they don't look natural. For bodybuilders, natural is a very sensitive thing. And no matter, this is, among friends who are bodybuilders, there's a lot of talk about this and that and this. People will say macam-macam. My advice to you is I always say, don't follow anything anyone says because you don't really know the story behind the story. Yeah, beres. I don't want to go into more detail about that because it might get me in trouble. Okay, let's see. Azida Saha, Coach, saya ada slip disc. What is the best exercise untuk orang yang ada slip disc L5? Now, very, very good question. And it's the same thing dengan sakit lutut tadi. If you have a slip disc L5, my first advice to you is go to the physician, go to your doctor, dapatkan diagnosis of recovery and ask him or her, doctor, Am I in a stage of recovery where I am allowed to exercise? Yes or no? If I am not allowed to exercise, doctor, does it mean I cannot do anything at all, or I am allowed to exercise? And if I am allowed to exercise, what kind of exercise can I do? Can I go swimming? Can I do upper body exercise? Can I squat? Can I play badminton yang santai? What can I do? And what can't I do? Because if we have 20 orang yang ada slip disc L5, everyone would be in a different stage of recovery. Everyone would be physically built differently. So the answer cannot be a one answer untuk everyone juga. So my advice to you, Azida, if I were you or your friend, I would drag you to the clinic or the doctor who knows your case and ask him or her all these questions specifically. And if he or her does not give you a satisfactory response, get a second opinion, because you don't want to do nothing, because it's very macam katanya nak buat sesuatu, but if you do something that you're not supposed to do, then dia akan menghindari your recovery. And if I'm injured, my main priority is to be as active as I can be, take care of myself as much as I can, supaya the recovery is as fast as possible. Beres? Beres. All right, let's see. Yeah, thank you for sharing. If you have not shared this yet, please share this dengan kawan-kawan seperjuangan juga. Semoga mereka dapat manfaat yang positif dalam kehidupan masing-masing. Alright, let's see. Daripada POV Noob. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Apakah cara yang terbaik untuk melayan saat craving? If you are craving, and I'm going to give you perumpamaan bazar Ramadan, where you dah berpuasa sehari and menanti berbuka, but you are now dalam keadaan yang nafsu makan kau bergelora, membakar jiwa, and you tawaf dekat bazar Ramadan, you will do pilihan that at the end of the day you will regret and tak makan pun. So, my advice, try to not berdepan dengan that scenario secara umumnya, but pengalaman will teach you that actually you don't need to makan as much as you think at that moment in time. And when you do start to makan selepas dah bazar Ramadan and balik rumah nak berbuka puasa, always bermula dengan makanan yang mengenyangkan, fiber and protein. Jangan melayan nafsu lapar dengan makanan yang menggembirakan, biskut, kuih, popcorn, ice cream, gembira, kenyang, no. So you will then makan a lot more than what you should. So again, if you are in that scenario, makanlah, but always start dengan sesuatu yang mengenyangkan your fiber and your protein, which can be your ayam, your ikan, your daging, your telur, and then your fiber is your oats, brown bread, brown rice, your cereal ke, buah ke, or sayur. And then lepas tu, as your pencuci mulut, then you can go for something yang menggembirakan. That's my advice. Do I always do it? No. Do I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I lapar? Yes. Do I makan fiber and sayur and rumput? No. What do I eat? Chocolate and ice cream. Does it make me happy? Yes. Do I regret it? Yes. Does it happen to everyone? Yes. Is it okay? Yes. So life is going to be about balance of things go right, things go wrong. So there will be times when the nafsu just takes over, and enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. But it's important to sort of have more good choices than the not so good choices, supaya hala tuju kapal masing-masing is dalam hala tuju yang agak-agak diharapkan. Alright, let's see. La. Yeah, time check. We have 10 minutes more. I will try. Let me try and get people yang we've not gotten on air so far. Yeah, apologizing to our regulars di sini. Let me find soalan yang agak luar biasa sikit. Yeah, quick one from Safia. I always need to eat protein right after or within 30 to 1 hour. This is masa bersenam. Yes. Now, this rule of makan within 30 minutes before bersenam, after bersenam is actually, yes, Why? Because the makan protein sebelum bersenam is to, in a way, saturate the muscles untuk berdepan dengan sesi senaman. And then the makanan selepas bersenam is to then start or kickstart the recovery process. Do I always have protein pre and post workout? Yes, because of that, supaya I add a little bit more quality into my workout to fuel my body properly untuk berdepan dengan the workout one, and then to aid the recovery number 2. But again, it's more about senaman in this case, Safia. Okay, so we have here daripada Cikgu Sonic. Assalamualaikum, salam. Selepas sesi lari, easy interval speed session, tempo session, adakah lebih baik untuk makan whey protein atau real food? Yeah, it's related to soalan Safia. Post-workout, the whey protein is nothing magical. Whey protein is just susu lembu yang you perah and you buang lactose, casein, lemaknya. Asal usulnya is susu lembu, but whey protein is protein yang mempunyai penyerapan yang paling cepat, which means that dia sampai ke sel-sel badan dengan lebih cepat berbanding dengan mungkin protein yang lain. So untuk senaman, recovery especially, you want the recovery to berlaku dengan secepat mungkin. So a faster protein like whey will give you a certain benefit that perhaps a slower protein will not. Yeah, so if you are in the position where you have whey protein yang easy to digest, hadam cepat, food recovery pun bagus juga. But again, penghadaman takes time, digestion takes time. Protein ayam, ikan ke apa sampai ke sel-sel badan untuk recovery pun will take a bit of time. All right, let's see. Susanna, our best speaker of the week last week. Looking forward to our pajama talk this Thursday. If you're watching this, you're wondering what is this pajama talk? Every Thursday, pukul 8 suku malam, we have this pajama talk where we all just talk about life together, not in a Facebook environment, but Zoom. So we ask questions about anything and everything. And Susanna was our speaker of the week. Yeah, minggu lepas. So it's her job this Thursday to post questions to the forum that we can discuss bersama. And this has nothing to do with Kurus. This is really all about life, stress, world issues, and fun stuff. Yeah. So question Susanna is, menguap ketika bersenam, is it normal? Read somewhere that it is. Menguap semasa bersenam does not mean kau malas. Menguap semasa bersenam is a cooling mechanism of the body to try and cool down your brain. Now, when you suck in air through the small funnel of a hole, it cools the air while you menguap it down. And when you think that, but Kevin, udara tu panas juga. Yes, but it's not as panas as your body core temperature. So still, this is a cooling mechanism of the body to try and cool yourself down if it is building up too much heat. So you can look at your attire. If you're wearing perhaps baju yang are not very cool fit, you can look at the environment of where you bersenam juga and just try and breathe more to just allow your body to breathe in cooler air while it bersenam. But it is not because kau malas. Beres. All right, now I'm going to try and scroll down sikit. Okay. Coach, kalau kita positif COVID-19, patutkah kita strength training? Very good question. And when the COVID thing just happened, and we were all really following the news all the time, there was a news coverage by CNN saying that if you can, it is advisable to be as active as can be while you have mild symptoms. Yeah, like a mild flu and all, just to keep your immune system active to try and fight the keadaan. But if your COVID is quite severe, then in that case, it is not recommended at all, because again, you're not able to fight the situation as a whole. So to answer your question, if it is a mild COVID, like a flu symptoms and all, and very mild fever, just like fever biasa pun, you can sort of work it off But if it is more severe, memerlukan rehat, then do as required. All right. La 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 la. Question from Hisham. Saya makan lebih bila follow workout dengan Coach Fawarda. Coach Fawarda is our guest coach of the month. Is it normal? Yes, because your body burns more. It wants to eat more juga. Normal. Should you eat more? Yes, but if you burn 500 calories more, janganlah makan 500 more. Makanlah 200-300 more. So at least paling kurang ada deficit of 200-300. Beres. Beres. Question here not related to me. Coach, this is about Mika. How did you get her to Sukar follow you for all the school? Because it's fun. When we do school visits, it's so much fun. And we empower all the kids to sort of own the session. And when you empower kids to be part of a process, they feel valued. They will easily step forward to be part of it. But it has to be encouraged. It's not something that you can force a child to do. I have two kids, Rafael and Michaela. Michaela is naturally quite happy to be in the center of it all. My son is a bit more likes to be behind the scenes, but he's the photographer. So if I go to the school and you see all these pictures, they're all taken by usually my son or another volunteer, because it's nice to sort of give them a role that they feel happy with. And feel that they are not just there for nothing. Yeah, but thank you for the question, NJ. All right. Okay, I'm going to try and see if we get a question from somebody else that I have not maybe mentioned. Let's see here. Aisha. Coach, hi Aisha. I selalu running and jaga makan. Bila I lose weight, perut tak turun-turun pun. Coach, bahagian lain nampak mengecil, tapi perut tak turun. Help. Ya. Yeah. Now, this is where you have to bersyukur dengan apa yang ada. The way your body stores and simpan and bakar lemak is sesuka hati DNA genetik badan kau. Some have bentuk badan buah pear, durian, papaya dan sebagainya. Again, if your body stores more fat in the lower body, kebarangkalian besar, it will take it off more from there. But you cannot berdoa for your body to bakar hanya lemak perut sahaja, or punggung belah kanan or punggung belah kiri. The way your body stores and membakar lemak is sesuka hati dia. So my advice to you, Aisha, is number one, continue along the journey. Keep losing weight if you need to. Lama-kelamaan, the body will start to buang lemak from areas yang agak degil juga, including your perut. And number two, look at stress. Stress, hormone cortisol, your stress hormone, another hormone. Cortisol tends to store fat more in your abdominal area because stress hormone cortisol prepares you for a rainy day, and it stores the fat in the most central location because dalam keadaan darurat, it is easy to supply the fat up and down. So yeah, tepuk dada. Ask yourself if perhaps you are stressed in life and cuba untuk mengurangkannya secara Yeah, and then to answer this question again, yeah, you cannot lose fat pada satu-satu bahagian sahaja. The body will membakar and menyimpan lemak sesuka hatinya. Tak ada orang yang six pack, perut cantik, yang lain semua berterabur. You generally only have overall fitness. So the goal should be overall weight loss, overall fitness, supaya then you dapat bentuk badan yang sepatutnya. All right, let me scroll down. We have 2 minutes left. I will probably just answer one more question or so. I do apologize if I did not answer your question today. And I will see you probably next week again lah. Yeah, thank you so much. Forever young lah you. The rahsia muda is to be happy. In my opinion, I don't do anything fancy with myself. There's no facial routine or cleanser or what, or facial or nothing. I don't do anything, but I do bersenam, which helps to sort of cleanse the pores. I don't smoke, which helps you to look younger, I think. I do sleep regular hours, which helps me get a lot of rest. I'm generally always happy, and I think rahsia awet muda is to be happy, and that includes bentuk badan juga. If you are obese, your body is always stressed. not very happy. But if you are normal and cergas, your body is happy and kuat, it helps you to kekalkan or kurangkan stress. Beres. But like it or not, you will get older one way or another. Am I worried about it? Not really. It is part of the process and journey of life. Nah. Yeah, let's do one more. It's a bit different question juga. Faik asking, hi, Mr. Kevin. Once I saw your post saying your dream of being a home working dad. How has this worked out for you? Susah or senang nak jadi family man? Very, very good question. My goal in life, since I was small until now, is the same. Since I was 17 years old, my goal in life is to wake up every morning and do whatever the hell I want to do supaya tak terkongkong and being trapped by anything or everyone. I just wanted to be free and do whatever I want to do, which I have been, alhamdulillah, so blessed with. So when it comes to being a father or family, my priority was to be there for my kids. And I grew up with my dad, who also worked from home in the 80s. My father is a businessman in Germany at the time, and he had a home office in the 80s where we stayed. And I always appreciated him being around at home and bringing me everywhere he went for meetings, ke kerja, ke apa. And I always felt I appreciated the time that he was able to invest in me. So where I always felt if I am a dad one day, I want to do the same thing for my kids, to enjoy the time with them sebanyak mungkin. If you know me personally or you join our program and I share my diary in our program, what I do, it's always with my kids. I spend, I think, with my kids all day, every day. As long as they still want to, I am there with them and I prioritize my life around their life. And maybe one day when they are 15 and 16 and they want a bit of space, that's when I could sort of perhaps take a different path. But I feel sangat blessed, sangat bersyukur dapat meluangkan so much time with them. And it is not hard if you... Let me give you a story. I went with my kids. I flew with my kids to... I go with my kids on holidays. So just me and my two kids when they were small, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like to take them on holidays just with me so that my wife can, maybe she goes on holidays with her friends, her family, but I always macam enjoy the challenge and the kesusahan on bringing my kids to a holiday just by myself. It's really hard, but it makes me feel so puas. To be a dad, you are semacam full-time dad, 24/7. You have to look at them pagi, siang, dan malam. But I prepared myself for that mentally. I was prepared to dedicate my time pagi, siang, and malam just for them, for anything and everything. And susah, yes. Happy, absolutely. Stressed, no, because I tak prioritize the holiday for me. I had no plan to go anywhere by myself or for myself. It was all about what do they want to do? What can we do? When do we have to go back? What do they need? When do they have to makan? It was never about me. So in that sense, the priorities are very, very clear. And if you have clear priorities in life, I rasa it is mudah untuk menentukan those things. And there have been many instances juga di mana I said no. No to jemputan meeting malam-malam. No to jemputan meluaskan perniagaan di luar negara. We had an opportunity to bring our program to Indonesia many years ago. But on my flight back from Indonesia to Malaysia, I told myself, if I want to do Jum Kurus Indonesia, it might not be successful. But even to make it or try to make it successful, I have to spend so much time traveling back and forth and sebagainya. So much time away from my kids. Would I regret the decision? Would having Jum Kurus Indonesia make me any happier? No. Will time away from my kids make me happy? No. So I turned down Indonesia. I have people there who will never speak to me ever again. But it's sacrifice that you make based on the priorities that you have. And I am very, very thankful for that. So yeah, for me being a stay-home dad, full-time dad, no issues. If I need be, I would quit everything. I would quit Jum Kurus, bukan soal kurus, cabaran 30 hari. I would quit everything I do if it meant I have to take care of my kids. No questions asked. Makes me happy. That's my priority. Keuangan is what it is. Glamour is not what I am after. If I lost everything I've built, Jum Kurus ke apa, for my kids, I would do it in a heartbeat. No questions asked. And will I lose anything? No, my teachings will be there forever. Whatever I've taught people will be in the alam social media selama-lamanya. And I also feel that the teachings people will carry on juga. So I'm not really worried about that. But I do worry about missing out on the time with my kids because they're only so small once. So yeah, good question. Thank you so much. Yeah, and in our pajama talks, we always talk about things like this. Yeah, just life and stuff. All right, I'm really sorry. I think we are done for today. We have another Zoom shortly at 9:30. I need a little bit of mouth rest. Otherwise, I cannot speak at all anymore. So thank you for your time. Thank you for all the really interesting questions. I really enjoyed answering them tonight. I see you guys again next week here on Facebook and YouTube as well. If you haven't done so yet, one last time, do share the session dengan kawan-kawan seperjuangan. If you do want to join us in the future, yeah, do layari bukansoalkurus.com. Our next programs are in September for BSK5 and Jum Kurus 15. And if you have any other questions, yeah, just email me or reach out to me. Always looking forward to hearing from everyone juga. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. And assalamualaikum. Bye. Thank you. Have a good day.